Ancestors, we call on you to fight the fight on our behalf. Ancestors, we call on you to walk on our enemies. Asheo. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. Walk on them, 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 Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them, 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 walk on them. Ancestors, we call on you. Ancestors, we call on you. You came across the middle passage. Ancestors, we call on you. Some have shown up about some have show. Ancestors, we call on you. From this land of Trinidad, great warriors, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 Yoruba ancestors, 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 walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. All the way from Africa land, they come in, they come in. All the way from Africa land, they come in to walk on them. Great mother, we call on you. Iwer, we call on you. Your children crying for great mother, we call on you. When we bought this libation, we stood up for the nation. From the four corners of Trinidad, great mothers, we call on you. Walk on them, 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 walk on them.
Wale wa egungu ibao wale o persecution, horrors, Wolewa. When they try to oppress me, humiliate and stop me, Wolewa. I pour libation and send my supplication into the spirit realm. Wolewa. 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 let me down, Wolewa. They see my tears, they feel my pain. With patience, I'll rise again, Wolewa. I must stay focused to fulfill my purpose, and I will conquer all. Ancestors, rituals or something. Hear us. Come forward, eh? Hear me.
Omiawa ibajani ibaba shishe oshunshila Omiawa ibajani ibaba shishe agbatani Omiawa ibajani ibaba shishe oshunshila Omiawa ibajaniye ibabo shishe agbatani Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe oshunshila Omiawa ibajaniye ibabo shishe agbatani Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe oshunshila Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe agbatani Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe oshunshila Omiawa ibajaniye ibabo shishe agbatani Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe oshunshila Omiawa ibajaniye ibabo shishe agbatani Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe oshunshila Omiawa ibajani ibabo shishe agbatani Omiawa ibajani Ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ oṣù ṣílẹ̀, omi àwa ìbàjàníyẹ. Ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbàtàní. Omi àwa ìbàjàní. Ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ oṣù ṣílẹ̀, omi àwa ìbàjàní. Ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbàtàní. Omi àwa ìbàjàní. Ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ oṣù ṣílẹ̀, omi àwa ìbàjàní. Ìbàbọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́ àgbàtàní. Mo rọ́ mi máa, mo rọ́.
Oh divine, I want to see mother face. I want to see she face.
She watch me bold. It is you I'm talking to. Yes, you try. From the journey you can't get away. Ancient rhythm is here to stay. So go back and show the people the ancient rhythm inside of you. To the ancient rhythm, make them move. To the ancient rhythm, make them move. To the ancient rhythm, move to the ancient rhythm. To the ancient rhythm, make them move. They got to prove to the ancient rhythm, to the drumming of the queen of the ancient rhythm. Oh yeah, Mariwo, 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 oh yeah. Dance to the drums of the queen of the ancient rhythm.
I see mother. I see she.
Yo, Alex.
Aborabo Yabo Shishi. So we are here once again on the Iwer Way of Life program on the Street 919 FM. We are also streaming live on the Street 919 FM Facebook page. We're also streaming live on Iwer TV. So we're going to continue tonight. I have my co-host here, Shaka, as you can see. I'm right here. We're just having a little few problems with the camera system, but at the end of it, we must continue doing what we have to do here on the Street 919 FM Facebook page. Now I'm going to pay the ads from the sponsors of the Iwer Way of Life program, and we urge members in the community to keep supporting. It's not free to run this program on air. It costs a lot and it takes a lot, so we ask for the sponsors, the usual ones, and those willing to come on board. This is ours. This is our community. Let us support it, and we're going to continue the topic of the Udu for 2022-2023 Odiophone that was cast in Nigeria in the early weeks of June.
In the early first week of June.
The first week of June, It was witnessed by Babalawozi and Ifas all from all over the world. So we're going to continue where we left off, but I'll ask Shaka to lead us with the Iwer for tonight.
We give thanks. Ekabo, everyone, welcome. Iwer Way of Life, live on the Street 919. And we thank Olodumare, first thing first, for keeping us from yesterday to today and even for tomorrow. So with this we say Iba Olodumare.
Ashe.
We say Iba to all Uri that is connected on this radio program at this time.
Ashe.
We pay homage to our mothers. We pay homage to our fathers. We pay homage to our ancestors, our positive ancestors, whose shoulders we stand firmly on. We pay homage to Oron Mela, Barami Agboneregun, and Larry Ipui, Ibikeji Olodumare, the one who witnessed us choosing our fate and choosing our destiny. We pay homage to Akoda, we pay homage to Asheda, the first students of Oron Mela.
Ben.
We pay homage to Yeye Oshun, Oreyeo. We pay homage to Ogun Lakaye Oshimole, Ogun Ye Moye. We pay homage to Eshu, Eshu Odara, Eshu Lalu, Eshu Onibode. We pay homage. We pay homage to Shango, Kabe Seo, Uluku Solalu, Arigba, Bambi, Ota Shegu. We pay homage to Mother Earth, Onile. We pay homage. And we ask that Mother Earth always sustain us.
Ashe.
We pay homage to Orishanla,
Orisha,
the one who molded the human form.
Ben.
We pay homage to Bogbo Orisha, all Orisha.
Ashe.
And we ask as we start this program, may the bountiful blessings of Olodumare reach and touches all of us.
Ashe.
May we not lack anything good in our homes,
Ben.
in our community. May we all be blessed. May our elders live long.
Ashe.
May our children live to a ripe old age.
Ashe.
May those who are faced with injustice in and around our community and even the diaspora, may Kabiyesi Shango grant them justice.
Ashe.
Those who are coming into the world at this time, we ask that the positive energies assist all mothers who are going into labor at this time to deliver their babies safe.
Ben.
We ask at those who are making their transition at this time as well, may their transition rights be proper and smooth, and may the positive energies intercede where it is anything wrong and make these transitions a smooth one. We ask all of this in no other name but Olodumare, most sacred and bountiful name. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Benny.
We pay homage, we also pay homage to Baba Shakpana, you know.
We said
I know somebody know what just other, you know, the maybe wasn't listening or the now come on. I just like to say Kali to HSM Baba Arila Fakayode. He says Abora Boy Aboshishe to all viewers. Atiba Swamba is sending greetings from Ile Juba Gogbo, Rishamimu, Funosa, Ile of Tableland. You know, we have some people on board here. We have Jimmy, she's on board. Lisha Ginja, she's there. Roslyn, she's there. Veronica. Alison, she's on board. Shana is here. Angel Macano, Sharice is there. You know, we got some new viewers to the program, you know. And if you're now signing, Shaka don't miss with anything. I'll just like to say, Ekale to all Ile's Palace shrines located all over Trinidad and Tobago, the Kenny Cyrus Akibulan in Shagwanas there, HSM Baba Arila Fakayode, Ujuba Umalo in Egypt Village, you know, Oshun Meji there, in Arima, the Yami Egbe Imo in Kunupia. I have Chief Olodari, Chief Ramfrey down there, Eledumari in the Sin in Piti Valley. All it is Palace shrines located all over Trinidad and Tobago. I'll just like to play the Adsami sponsors, and we urge you folks to continue sponsoring the program, you know, because as we say, it's not free or cheap to run the program on here. Sponsors for the Orisha way of life. Kamara's Culture Store, the #1 importer and supplier of genuine products from Africa, located at Adams Bazaar Main Road, Shogunas. Contact number 672-8438, 320-8866. Gossip Gel Polish, gel with a difference. Contact number 3827587. Come, let us take care of your feet, Petty by Risi. They also sell butters. Contact number 3984474. Nubian Experience, clothing that tells part of our rich African history. Number 6 Woodford Street, Arima. Contact number 6881979. Oriomi, Nico Loggins, Health and Wealth Lifestyle. Number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria. EMG out of Texas. Richie's Tire and Automotive Car Care Center. Number 409 Otello Drive, Hampton, Georgia. Sponsors for the Ifa Orisha way of life.
Also sponsored by the Throne of Gold for all your African supplies and clothing. Their contact number is 754-5128. That is the Throne of Gold. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Omo Inu, all things woman. For all your Yoni products, they are the sole women's haven distributor for Trinidad and Tobago. Their contact number is 365-4332. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Black Tie-Dye Catering Service, 683-8755. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram. Awo Wabande Tonic, 388-4606. You can find them on Facebook and also on Instagram. Ile Josio Turameji, Awo Oshun. Thank you.
Yes, so we're going to continue tonight's proceedings here. Where we left off, you know, we are going through the Udo for 2022-2023, Udo Ofun, you know. So we continue on number 12, you know, prevention of child loss or kidnapping. You know, IFA says people need to make ebo to prevent death or loss of child. People should be more vigilant and take safety and security of their children serious. IFA says we should monitor the movement of our children and the kind of people they relate with. EBO is needed to curb the menace of child keeping. We should not trust strangers. On this, IFA says, having buttocks, skin turn ashy is not peculiar to a particular race. White cap is not good during the dry season. IFA's revelation to Owen Miller. When going on spiritual assignment, call upon me, and I will surely attend to you. My assignment is to assist you spiritually. IFA's revelation to a chief. He was told to make ebo so that he would not lose his child. He heard the recommended ebo. He refused to make the ebo. After his child got lost, he started singing. Having buttocks skin turn ashy is not peculiar to a particular race. Whitecap is not good during the dry season. Having buttocks skin turn ashy is not peculiar to a particular race. Please kindly assist me with whatever you have. We will not lose our children. Kindly give me whatever you can afford to a very far place. Let misfortune go away. Shaka?
Abura boyo.
What to?
This Ifa is advising all people, all adherents of our sacred tradition
Ben.
to pay close attention and offer sacrifice for our children. And as we know, nothing that comes to the house of a devotee should be a surprise. It is because of our constant interaction and guidance with our spiritual oracle that we are so forewarned of whenever there is imminent danger ahead of us.
Ben.
So Ifa is telling us as a people, look out for our young children. Let us do abhor. Let us offer the sacrifices to the positive energies that will assist in keeping our children safe in this material and carnal world. So it's incumbent again on the adults who is so charged with keeping the young ones safe to ensure their safety. So let us offer the right sacrifices in order for our children not to be taken away from us. Let us be vigilant, as the Udu is saying. Let us not take anything for granted. Right now, schools are out and the COVID restrictions have been lifted to a great extent. And our people now have free movement. Let us monitor the places our children are going.
Ben.
Let us monitor the taxis our children are getting into. Yeah? And let us teach them that when they are on the social media, let us teach them how to read certain scenes and be wise when people with fake profiles and all of these things approach them. Yeah? So we have to take care of them so that it would ensure that our heritage would live on in the future, because our children are the nurseries of tomorrow. Abura boy, Boshishe, Ashe.
Bato. So we continue here, you know. Mama Umatayo is saying here, Abura boy to the panel and all of us. May our Ori continue to bring Iwer to all of us.
Thank you,
yeah. Shakpana Obidirana Bola says, why offer blood on the land than full of blood? And when you had to do these sacrifices, it's too much money, so our children have to die. So we continue. Excessive alcohol drinking. People should minimize taking alcohol. Palm wine is a taboo for all throughout the year. Also, any Obatala devotee who takes palm wine should stop doing that to avoid calamity. On this, Ifa says, Idi Funfun must not drink palm wine. Ifa's revelation to Akala, a child of Orisha Igbawu, when he was told never to drink palm wine. Shaka?
And we are in the year 2022. Again, we have just broken out of the intense COVID scenario, right? So now bars are now open. A lot of things are completely relaxed. So again, Ifa that knows yesterday that knows today,
Benny.
that knows tomorrow,
Benny.
is seeing that if alcohol amongst us people is consumed excessively, it will bring problems to us.
So true.
But on the next side too, nothing is wrong with drinking alcohol. But we must know our limits, and we must not consume alcohol to bring shame and embarrassment to ourselves as people. Because even as an adherent of our sacred tradition, an awo or a devotee must not consume alcohol to the point of drunkenness.
Benny.
We must not do that.
No time at all.
Because that in itself compromises not only ourselves, but those who are around us. Those who maybe passing us on the roadway. Every single person is affected by our actions. Agbuato.
We continue here. 14. Abundant economic blessings. This year, people need to make able to be successful in their works. Age should be appeased with 4 pigeons, eggs, and honey. On this, Ifa says, having buttock skin turn ashy is not peculiar to a particular race. A once married woman will always have people chasing her. Ifa's revelation to Age. She was advised to make Ebo. She made the recommended Ebo. She made the necessary ritual. Both young and old, it is Age's wealth that we are struggling to get, both young and old. Also, Ebo should be made with a he-goat, 3 cocks, palm oil, gin, money, and pap. After the Ebo, Eshu Dara must be appeased with the he-goat for fortunes. After the Ebo, an appeasement and a koshe with soap will be made. On this, Ifa says, Adifa funi Eshu Dara. I will go to the English. My buttocks is itching me. My buttocks is making me uncomfortable. The rain at midnight with heavy flood. Ifa's revelation to Eshu Dara, when he was the only person remained when all others had left Urmila. Ifa's revelation to Urmila, when he was making friends with Eshu Dara. Eshu Dara, let me be Wentley and become a king. Eshu Dara. Inner leaves sting instantly. Eshu Dara, let me be wealthy and become a king. Eshu Dara. A child returns home immediately he or she comes in contact with Isese leaves. Eshu Dara, let me be wealthy and become a king. Eshu Dara. Their house is not good for their money, but my house is a case of Aragba leaves. Eshu Dara, let me be wealthy and become a king. Eshu Dara, it is the day a child goes to fetch Oloin leaves that he or she sets eyes on his or her blood. Eshu Dara, let me be wealthy and become a king. Eshu Dara, it is with the whole body that the siphon leaves have wealth of chalk. Eshu Dara, let me be wealthy and become a king. Eshu Dara. Iwer, leaf has no other name but Iwer, it is fortune. Eshu Dara, let me be wealthy and become a king. Eshu Dara, who will bring blessings of the tongue of to Awo. It is the Eshu Dara that will bring blessings of the tongue to Awo. It is the issue of Dara. Shaka?
And we are all aware that, yes, money is not everything, but we need money to be comfortable, to get certain things. And that is what we work towards. Ifa tells us in many verses of Ifa that when we wake up on a morning, we must greet Aje, the energy of prosperity and wealth and all of these things. so that Ajay would locate us. So as we have heard the prescription of Ifa to do sacrifice for wealth, let us be clear on when we say sacrifice for wealth. Without hard work, one could not enjoy wealth. One must work for what they have. One cannot sit down in their homes, cock up and think that wealth will locate you. It doesn't work like that. Orisha tells us that we have to make the first step, and they would assist us to manifest whatever we want. Whatever we are working towards, we must work towards it in truth and work towards it with sincerity and purpose, and the divine energies would assist us to get it. Ifa tells us in this Odu about Eshu Odara, it is important that the work we put in, that is the fuel to our success, because Eshu is the one that would help a person to get whatever they work for, whether it is good or bad. If one is working in a diligent way and they are earnest in whatever they are doing, Eshu would assist that person. If a person is making shortcuts, then the result of whatever you are doing would be mediocre. So whatever we put in, physically and spiritually, is what we shall get. So again, it's important and it's incumbent on every person that let us work in truth, let us work with sincerity, let us work in justice. Because Ifa tells us nothing is wrong with enjoying life, but let us not enjoy life at the expense of others. So we must work, we must put in the work in order to reap our rewards tomorrow. If a person plants okra seeds, a person can't expect to reap pumpkin. So whatever we sow is what we shall get. Whatever we sow is what we shall get. And it's not that the Orisha would punish us, you know. It is our actions that would punish us. Because whatever we put out is whatever we will get back. So if we put out good, our Ori will support us. The Ori of our parents will support us. The Ori of our elders would support us. And the Ori of the Orisha would support us. So it's incumbent in seeking wealth. You seek wealth not with devilish tendencies. Yeah?
Benny.
Not in devilish tendencies of conning people, scamming people, and all of these things. These things is no part of an awo. Abu Raboyo.
So we continue. I just like to say Ekale to Ionte, who's locked on from St. Martin, you know.
Benny.
Long time we haven't seen Ionte, you know, but glad to have you back. So we continue here. For people to be successful and not lose fortunes, Eba is needed with 10 issue knives, 10 cocks, palm oil, and money. On this, Ifa says, except the person who doesn't expose his or her buttocks to the soil, Ifa's revelation to Ikun, the leopard, when going on game expedition, he was advised to make Eba. He complied. My Ikin, Irigialo, never let me lose again whatever I have gained. My Ikin, Irigialo. Also, those who want to be popular need to make Ebo for popularity. Items include 4 pigeons, white cloth, gin, honey, and money. He first says in this verse that we should be more in white this year. On this, Ifa says, having buttock skin turn ashy is not peculiar to a particular race, except the person who doesn't expose his or her buttocks to the soil. Ifa's revelation to Asofunfun, the white cloth. When coming to the planet Earth, it was advised to make Ebo. No matter how you come over, how you cover me, I will conspicuous Asofunfun, white cloth. No matter how you cover me, I will be conspicuous. Shaka?
Asher, if I would guide us, if I would protect us,
Ben.
if I would keep us moving forward in the right direction,
Asher.
let us continue to take heed and pay obeisance to the messages that had come, and it shall be well with all of us. Abato.
Asher. Spiritual cleansing is 15 of Orisha paraphernalia. We need to wash our Ikin and other Orisha paraphernalia with Iru, bitter leaves, for effective supplications. On this, Ifa says, rats understand rats, fishes understand fishes, toads understand frogs in the river. All that frogs say in the river are clear to Uluru, the king of the river. Ifa's revelation to Unmilia. When his Ikin didn't understand him anymore, here comes Ariru leaves, bitter leaves, a deity in the river. Whoever knows Ariru leaves, bitter leaves, has known a deity.
Asher. And again, this is telling us too that as devotees, we who are initiated and who have Orisha icons in our possession, when a person gets to the point of initiation and you go through, the process of Igbudu and all of that, and at the end of it, you get your spiritual items, you get your spiritual icons of the Orisha, or you get your precious goal, as what we would say, because what the Orisha put in our possession is there for us to use. So we must take care of the precious goal that Orisha have given us after we got initiated. We cannot have Ikin and not clean our Ikin. You cannot have your issue in your possession and you are not taking care of issue. You cannot have your Ogun in your compound and you're not taking care of Ogun. And this goes on for all the Orisha that a person have. We have to take care of what we have in order for it to work for us. Yeah?
Ben.
It is not when you get your items, you pack it in a corner and you say, well, all right, I'm beating my chest now. I have gotten initiated. It doesn't work like that. Again, whatever we put in is what we shall get out of it. And that is why Ifa is telling us, get certain herbs and wash your Iken. Make sure you take care and you make sure that things are moving in the right direction. Because all items given after the point of initiation is connected to you as the devotee. Asheo.
Ashe, so the Orisha of the year, okay, Obatala, Igungun, Egbe Orun, Eshu Odara, Aje, Ori. Taboos for the year: do not drink palm wine, do not eat Iran Ogbo type of cat, do not disrespect your Olowo and elders. I want to say this again: do not disrespect your Olowo and elders. Do not commit adultery. Do not eat to the point of getting intoxicated. Do not starve yourself and guests. Do not procrastinate. Verses recorded, transcribed, and translated by the fellow people who were the Olowo Fayemi Fatunde Fakayode, PhD Chairman, Publication Committee, Chief Dr. Abadun Fafa Lauren Agbola, Secretary of the International Council for Ifa Religion, ICIR. Utun baka hindi ay duwa fagbohon. Babalawo Jawo Wendari, Babalawo Fasoya Agbola. Miss Fabukola Abike Fakayode.
Asheo.
Aboro, Aboye, Aboshishe.
Obato.
You know, we took approximately 3 Mondays to cover the Ifa message, the Udu for 2022-2023.
Alat Tumishe, as we have completed this, the essays that came out of this Udu here. Yes, we may have persons who would be listening the program for the first time. And certain things may sound strange to them. But on that, I would say that Ifa is a universal way of life. It speaks about yesterday, it speaks about today, and it speaks about tomorrow. It is the way Olodumare created this world in totality. We operate, in fact, I was speaking in the way that everyone would understand. Just as other groups have texts of knowledge and all of these things, we as Ifa Orish Hariv Otis, we live by the 256 Udu Ifa. 256 Udu, or for persons to even understand, 256 chapters known to mankind. Each verse, each chapter has 1,860 verses known to mankind. And that is based on one Udu. So that could tell us how comprehensive our body of knowledge is. Ifa tells us that if a person knows at least 8 Udu in the out of the 256 Udu Ifa, they are fairly knowledgeable. So that tells us how comprehensive our way of life is. It is second to none.
So true.
And that is why if anything is to happen in the house of a devotee, it is not a surprise. Because you consult Ifa, you go to the source, you go to the oracle, you go to the diviner, whether it be the Babalawo, the Awo, or the Iyan Ifa, and you find out what is taking place in your life. Because Olodumare, our Creator, wants all of us to be comfortable. Wants all of us to be comfortable. Because we connect with the energy and the essence of Olodumare that is in all of us.
Yeah.
So that is why, even if there is problems imminent in a devotee's life, you would get a dream. Yeah?
So true.
You would get a dream. And when you consult Ifa, you will know, well, hear what? Do this of Aaron, of this Ebo, in order to avert or mitigate whatever issue would come your way. Because Olodumare wants all of us to be comfortable and live our divine purpose and live our uniqueness. Ashe.
Ashe. So I'd just like to, you know, Ayomide Solomon is replying to what, I just want to scroll up here, to what Trevor Tyson says. Alafia, how do you pronounce the word EBG? EBG.
EBG.
Yes. And I want to tackle this one. And Shaka, you will correct me if I'm wrong. They does manifest to eat and drink on people table, so I stop go prayers because I set of nothing. And listen, Bean says, bless evening to one and all. Yes, Shakpana Obadiran says, why it is always some kind of sacrifice had to be made with blood? Why it can't be fruits and oil and a little rum? From my level and my knowledge, I will say that to answer that, once they go by a competent Babalawo and Iyanifa, and they are dying, they are doing a dafa, you know, they will ask, and is what was given and said on the mat is what. So the Babalawo just don't say blood. You know, he will ask. Not so, Shaka?
Benny.
You want to go in a little deeper with that?
Abu Raboye. This is a very... Now, no question.
Is that stupid?
No. And I thank the brother for asking a question that many would be confused about. Yeah?
Yeah.
Everything on the face of the earth has an Uri. And when we say have an Uri, everything has an inner consciousness. Everything has that divine essence of Olodumare in it that would allow it to function. Yeah? So us humans, we have an Uri. And our Uri is connected to the spiritual realm. Yeah? That is why when all of us go to bed at night, we would be dreaming ourselves in a different place. It is because our spiritual selves is connecting with the spiritual realm. Hence why parts of our Uri Inu and our Uri Orun must be connected. Ashe? So, we do not offer human sacrifice. Correct? Ifa Orisha devotees do not offer human sacrifice. When a person is asked to offer an animal to appease as a form of offering, what happens with that animal when it is in the care of an Ifa Orisha person? We take care of the animal. We bathe the animal. We pray with the animal. And when we do these things, when we pray, we tell the Creator our problems. And we ask that the Ori of that animal go in the spiritual realm and make intercession on our behalf. And when we pray with that animal, and we offer the life of that animal, it is in pomp, it is in ceremony. And then we feed the community with that animal. We feed the community. We feed the homeless. We feed the destitute. We feed the community. And that is how we as Ifa Orisha people live. We feed the community. And when we feed the community, this is what takes us closer to our Creator. Because even in this Udu Ifa, in Odi Ofun, Ifa tells us we have to feed people. We have to feed people. So it is not when a person is asked to offer an animal, it is nothing nefarious in that. Yeah? Nothing nefarious is in that. It is because a lot of people do not understand the spiritual technology and the spiritual essence of how this world operates. What Ifa is, Ifa, in fact, what it is obedience.
Respect.
It is respect.
Humility.
It is humility. So when we offer an animal, we're not beating an animal to the point of brutality to offer it. We offer animals with dignity.
Sure.
With dignity, with class. And this is what takes us closer to our Creator. Because no way, since in this way of life, have I ever heard or seen anything like brutalizing any animal. We offer animals and we pray with it. Because we live in a world where we are carnivores. We eat both plants and animals.
Yeah.
But we do our thing with respect.
Sure.
And when people do not understand what we do, and again, that is what Ifa tells us, you know. If we don't understand things, let us ask responsible people, so that responsible people will guide us along the way. Yeah?
Benny.
Responsible people will guide us along the way. Abura Boyo.
Obato. You know, so it's you know, I'm amazed of the kind of questions that this person Shakpana Obidi Balwaye is asking, because when you look at his name, you know, Tabi, this is an initiated person. I know he just didn't give himself that name. You know, and I'm watching some of the questions that he's asking, even like, what does Olodumare look like? You know, I'm new and I'm learning.
What does Olodumare look like?
Yeah.
Well, the image of the essence of Olodumare is in all of us.
Ben.
So if we want to know how Olodumare looks like, let us look in the mirror. Olodumare is in all of us. Hence why we give respect. Yeah? We give respect. As Ifa says in Uturopomeji, there is the greatest traveler, yeah, could never know all the ends of this world. The greatest mathematician cannot calculate how much grains of sand there is on the beach. So this Ifa is telling us, let us approach everything with humility so that we could attain wisdom. Let us approach things with humility so that we would attain wisdom. Abu Raboyo.
What?
You know, so may we all be blessed, you know, bountifully. May we be blessed bountifully. And may our homes never lack anything good. May our personal lives be comfortable. And may we continue to live under the grace of our Olodumare. Asheo.
Ashe.
And let us accept healing. Yeah? Let us heal from inside out.
So
let us heal from inside out. Asheo.
So the lines are open. 3420081. That's 3420081. You know, my WhatsApp number is 7711791. 7711791. And I just want us to go back to, after we touch on the Udo for 2022-2023, I just want us to go back to the character of Ifa Shaka.
Benny.
You know, I just want to go back, and after that, you know, Shakpana is saying again, in Hindu, if we do want to lose focus, that's how they have mercy, so they won't lose focus. So I would like to see Olodumare.
Asheo.
He says, where is Baba Shaka located? We'll talk to you off here.
We'll talk to you off
I'll
air,
message
my
you
friend.
concerning that.
We'll talk to you off air, my friend.
Right? So,
Peace and blessings to you. Ashe. We give thanks, we give thanks.
So we continue with character. Ifa's character. Character Ifa. 1. This is a benevolent universe. On this Udu Ifa, Oyeku Logbe says, a tree not fears no rain. Cast Ifa for Olodumare Agotun, the ruler who created a well-balanced earth that cannot be broken up when planning to establish a market on water. Shaka?
Ashe. And nothing, human beings, could try whatever we want on earth here. But no human being could destroy this earth.
Amen.
No human being, according to Oyeku Logbe, Oyeku Ogbe, Oyeku on the right, Ogbe on the left, no human being could destroy this earth. Human beings would quicker destroy themselves than destroy this earth. Human beings could destroy themselves, but human beings cannot destroy this earth, because this earth is divinely set in place for for others to come and assist to make this place a better place. So it tells us that let us live life and hold on to the rope of wealth with gentility, because no human being could destroy this world. Human beings could destroy it themselves, but this world will stay in the way that Olodumare created and designed it to be. So after all the 401 Irumole, Orisha, came and set this world in a particular order, you think a human being could come and destroy this world?
No.
Hence why human beings would quicker destroy themselves than destroy this world. Abu Raboy.
Bato, we get a call here. Go to this call.
Hello.
Caller, you live, Shit 919 FM.
Hello.
Yes, caller, live. Alright, I believe we lost that one, so we'll continue. You need to have no fear. On this, Udu Ifa, Ogbe Ofun says this. Uluwowoji, he was the owl who cast Ifa for Iku, death, and revealed some of Iru, fear. He also cast Ifa for Urunmila, when in the midst of enemies, when he was in constant fear of Ajogun, evil forces, he was advised to offer sacrifice. He complied. If I see death, sickness, loss, litigation, etc., I will crush them. Join us where we offer sacrifice to overcome enemies. Both death and fear have no power over us.
And you know, Allah to Mishe, when you read that Udu, it is also speaking of the power of our Ori. Of our Ori. Because again, death, sickness, loss, litigation, hardship, lack. Once a person do their appropriate sacrifice, the first energy, the first entity that must accept the offering is one's Ori. Our Ori must first accept our sacrifices. Our Ori must not pull negative for us. And when we say pull negative, it simply means, and we'll speak in layman terms for everyone to understand. So sometimes you might say or hear that, hear what now? This one do me something. Or this one work some type of simidimi for you. And you go home and you're wallowing in worry. Oh God, this person do me something. Oh God, I can't sleep good. Oh God, I this and I that. And you pull that negative energy onto yourself.
Man.
And when you do that now, it is then self, you weaken your spiritual essence. You weaken your own ori. And then you leave yourself open, and now the evil forces will now come and arrest you. So that is why we must be careful of the places we send our ori. Yeah? Alatumishe? We must be careful of the places we send our ori, because we do not want negative things to come our way. Because Ifa tells us, even in age Yogbe, that Orunmela and Larry Ipui, Ibikeji Oludumare, the one who witnessed everything in this world. So when we say that Orunmela witnessed everything in this world, no situation is strange to Ifa. No situation is strange to Orunmela. Every situation has a remedy. No situation is new on the face of this earth. Sickness, death, loss, wars, Ifa has a remedy for all of that. And it is again incumbent on the devotee to make themselves be fixed in alignment, so when the messages come, you could do what you need to do to protect yourself. Aburu Aboyo.
Yes, and we continue. There is a single creative force, Olodumare. On this, Udu Ifa, Okanran Owori says, the one whose influence spreads around the world, the one whose presence flows through every land, the one who spreads the mat perpetually, Ifa's message to Olodumare Agotun.
Benny. Ashe. And again, as we would always say, we pay homage and obeisance to our Creator.
Benny.
Let us not be fooled by propaganda of mankind that there is no creator. Everything has a genesis. Everything has a point of where it had been started. So this world itself was created by Olodumare. And Olodumare created the Irumale, Orisha, the ancestors, all things on this world at this time. In fact, since the beginning of time. And we have to move past the notion that certain things on the face of the earth is not living things. Trees are living things. Mountains are living things. The earth that we stand upon and we plant upon is the feminine energy of Onile, Mother Earth.
Ben.
So we have to understand that Olodumare created all of these things, and we must not seek to disrespect all of these things that Olodumare created. Hence why, as even devotees, we are so advised not to pollute our water sources, not to defecate on riverbanks. Yeah? We are advised in many ways to preserve our natural environment, because we are not higher than nature, you know, Alat Umishe.
No way.
We are one with nature, and we are not higher than nature. We are one with nature as a people. Because if there is no trees, we cannot breathe properly.
Benny.
Yeah? If there's no trees, we cannot breathe properly. Yeah? If we pollute our water sources, we cannot get water to drink.
To bathe.
To bathe. We cannot get fishes to eat. So that is why we take care of our environment. So those who are coming after us could be afforded the same courtesy of Olodumare tomorrow. Abu Raboyo.
Wow, you know, Rosalind John is saying here on Facebook, Christian religion makes sacrifice look bad, but it was there from the beginning. It's our way of life.
Ashe.
You know?
Ashe.
And we continue forward. There is no devil. Sacred Udu Ifa Ogbeate teaches us, if the lifetime of the wicked is enjoyable, his death and afterlife will be unpleasant. Success cannot be achieved with wickedness. For it to be smooth and peaceful, cast Ifa for Otito, truth, the offspring of he who walks with gentility.
Ashe. Ashe. And this is out of Ogbeate. Ogbeate. That tells us whatever we seek to acquire in this material world, let us do so with honesty. Because one cannot enjoy riches if one had conned a person, if one had robbed a person. Imagine you kill a person for what they have, and you think you would sleep good at night. You cannot. You cannot. Because as we always speak about on this program, what about the ancestors of that person? Who is supporting them? What about the Ori of that person who you have killed? What about that person's Egbe? What about that person's mother and father Ori that is supporting that person? What do you think would happen to you? So that is why we must be very, very careful in our actions. When our actions is not in alignment with truth, it will therefore bring curse unto ourselves. Because Ifa tells us in Ika Iwori, whatever we do, good or bad, the ashes of it will blow back on us. Abu Raboyo.
You know, we go on to 5. It is your birthright to be joyful, successful and loved. On this sacred Udu Ifa, E.G. Ogbe says, he who robs a child to benefit the child, he who robs a child with the utmost of care, he who wakes early in the morning and holds the robes of prosperity,
Ashe.
he who looks after the earth, this is the name of Ifa. It is whoever you look with your eye of compassion that is blessed with prosperity. Ifa, let me be blessed with prosperity.
Ashe. So may we always be well clothed. May we always be in comfort. May we never lack anything good. Because as we are living in alignment, Olodumare will continue to support us. Ashe. Ashe.
And we continue there. 6. Heaven is home and earth the marketplace.
Ashe.
We are in constant passage between the two. Sacred Udu Ifa Otura Orin says, the wise ones know those secretly shooting arrows at others. The villagers know the city dwellers. The living and the dead, they know each other. The living and the dead, they will see each other when the time comes. The ants will never disperse for them, not to meet and assemble again. Ifa's message to the people of the world when they move mourning the death. Where people come from, they shall return. The one who sent us has called us back home.
Ashe. And again, this Udu Ifa was reiterating to us that everything has an origin. Even when babies are now coming into this world, the moment a baby is out of the womb, that baby's lifespan is ticking. Yeah? All of us have a lifespan. All of us have a particular time that we are allowed to be on earth. And that is why at the end of our journey success would be known to us by our character, by the fulfillment of our destiny and purpose. One could be anything in this world, but if a person doesn't have good character, a person has nothing in this world.
Man.
If a person comes on this earth and doesn't live to fulfill the mission that Olodumare sent them here to do, then that person would have to answer why they did not fulfill their mission, and they would have to come back again. So that is why it is important for us to know our destiny, know our purpose, know why we are here, in order to live this life in the best way. The greatest gift to mankind is when a person comes on this earth and lives their purpose. As we always speak about here, that all of us are not here to become farmers. All of us are not here to become doctors. All of us here are not to be healers. All of us have our divine blueprint. All of us have our divine blueprint. And when we live our life to our blueprint, that is what will bring fulfillment to all of us. So that is why on the third day our children is born, we do our spiritual investigation to know who this new individual coming into this world is, so that we are able to guide them in the right way. Guide them in the right way. Because with each child coming into this world, that child is coming with the ashe and the essence of Olodumare to bring healing. And that healing is what would make this society a better place. And that is why it is so advised to every devotee, let us live and leave this world in a better place than we met it. So we are not to add to the corruption in our society. Let us make our changes in our homes. Let us make our changes in our primary areas, and these changes will then spill out into the wider society. Because Olodumare, Baba Eshu, Baba Ogun, Shango, all these positive energies are fully aware of the actions of man. And that is why they support those who are truthful. Because Ifa says, if the wicked enjoys today, they would suffer tomorrow. When the wicked dies, they die in the scorching sun. When the honest and the truthful man dies, he dies and lay his back on the mat of comfort and peace. And that is telling us again that we live in a way that will bring grace and comfort to us. We must not live a life that would be of a selfish nature. Whatever we do, let us think about our brothers and sisters. Even if we are driving on the road, let us look out for those who are driving next to us. Let us be careful in the things we do. Let us also be careful in the things we say, lest it bring shame, embarrassment, and harm to us. And these are the things that would take us forward. And these are the things that would take us to a place of grace and a place of growth and development. And as our children now are on the July-August vacation, let us impact positively on our young ones. Let us impact positively on the young ones. Right now in our country, the murder toll have been taking a grave turn, whereby it's now almost a few well per day. And this is not good. This is not good, because these things start in the homes. And when these things reach out into the society is when it becomes out of hand. So I am imploring on everyone, please let us impact positively on the younger ones. Let us impact positively on the younger ones. Let us train them in the way that it is truth and the way that it is right. In the way that it is true and the way that it is right. Let us not engage our children in things that it is not for them, because the gangs are waiting out there to recruit them. Ifa tells us in Okara or Yeku, let us make the sacrifices so that our children will live to see tomorrow. Because we know that we live in this world, and this world has good and this world have evil. Let us not allow our children to fall victims of that which is evil. Let us make the appropriate sacrifice, and not only the sacrifice. When we also speak about sacrifice, we must also speak about our input in making our sacrifices manifest positively. When we offer a sacrifice, we just don't turn and say, well, all right, that's the end of it. Our actions must be in alignment to make our sacrifice work. Ifa tells us in Ogunda Bede as well, if we are doing evil things, we cannot expect our prayers to manifest. If we are hurting people, conning people, living a life of ill repute, let us not look for our prayers to manifest. So that tells us as devotees again, let us live in proper spirituality. And when we say live in proper spirituality, it means let us live in the positive way that our ancestors lived. Let us live in the way it is right and the way that it is true, so that we could elevate. And when we say elevate to a higher consciousness. Aburu, Aboye, Aboshishel.
Alright, so we continue here now. You are part of the universe in a literal, not figurative way. On this sacred Udu Ifa, Osa teaches us, may the dew burst out quickly. May the dew burst out rapidly. May the dew burst out continuously and be so vast short the expanse. These were the declarations for Ifa for Origun. When going to coordinate the creation, the vast expanse of the universe.
And again, this Udu is just reiterating in Osa Ogunda the way that Olodumare set about in putting this world in order. But on our next session, our next program, we will get in much more deeply in it. You understand? We will get in deeply in these verses. Ashe?
Ashe.
So may we be blessed. May we be blessed. May Olodumare take us to that higher place of where we shall all have grace and comfort. Ashe o.
Ashe. 8. Character determines outcome. Udu Ifa Irosu Ogunda says, dog is beautiful with its teeth. Ram is beautiful with its mane. Dog does not have a mane. Let one go home to fetch a ram. For sacrifice to Wanzi Gungu, Ifa's declaration to Ori Inu, character, also to Ori Ode, destiny. Ori Inu, my character, please have mercy. Do not destroy Ori Ode, my destiny. It is character that is important.
Ashe, one's character is the vehicle of their success. Yeah? One's character is the vehicle of their success.
Ben.
If I says one could choose in the market of Edo a beautiful destiny. Yeah? One could choose to be a rich king on earth. One could have the Ori to be a doctor here on earth. But it's your character that determines how successful you are. Yeah? It's your character that will determine how successful you are and how you will be remembered. So if you are a wicked person, people will remember you for being a wicked person. But if you are a beautiful human being, people would remember you for such. Ogbato.
We continue here. Supremacy is evil. On this Udu Ifa, Obara Ofun says, the farmhouse with thatch roof, a big snake prostrates and crawls about on its chest. Ifa's declaration to the 3 Babalawo, also to the 6 advisors, when they were fighting for superiority in Ife land, they were advised to offer Ebo. Only the Babalawos complied. Now, who is superior? Ifa is superior.
And that is why we had said at the start of the program, and according to Ogunda Meji, Ifa knows yesterday, today, tomorrow, and even the next tomorrow, what would happen. And what is superior? It is the knowledge of Ifa that speaks through all Irumale, all Orisha.
Ben.
So if you go to bed at night and you have uneasiness in your dream, uneasiness, worry not. Consult Ifa. Consult. Find out what really going on in your life. Yeah? Find out what's going on in your life. Because that is the divine energy showing you. Yeah? Showing you what would happen to you. And that is why Ifa says regrets happen before the actual physical event. Because everything happens spiritually before it happens physically. That is why you would get signals. You will get warnings. And that is why when you get these warnings, you don't sit down on it. You don't bemoan your condition. You act on it and you make the necessary adjustments to move forward. Ogbato.
You know, so we continue here. 10. You must never initiate harm to another human being. Udu Ifa Iwori Orin says this: whoever we extend our favor to, but who fails to appreciate it, do not inflict any wickedness on such a person. If you do him any harm, the wickedness will pain him. It is only the favor that he will not remember.
Ashe. And that is why Ifa, again, reminding us here that human beings will do all kind of things. That's why Osarete tells us, let us put our trust and confidence in Olodumare.
Man.
People will initiate harm against you. People will lie against you. People will try to sully your name, sully your character. People will do all kinds of things. Live in the way that it is true and right, and Olodumare, in fact the Orisha, the ancestors, your Egbe, will fight that fight on your behalf. Just be devoted. Connect with them. Don't let people make you lose your spiritual anchor in Ifa Orisha. Let us not allow people to allow us to lose our anchor. Yeah, bro? Allah to me share. And that's a serious thing, you know. Let us not allow people to allow us to lose our spiritual anchor in Olodumare. Abu Raboyo.
But, you know, you must never harm the universe for which you are part. Sacred Udu Ifa, Iwer Ogbe says this: if a fowl drinks water, it sings praise to Olorum, God, ruler of creation. Ifa's declaration to the dove, when in want of children.
Ashe. And we have to rid ourselves in this world of the misconcepted notion that our sacred tradition is only for one set of people. Ifa, Orisha, devotion, practice, worship is for all people from all walks of life. Olodumare created all of us. So let us rid ourselves of the bigotry, of skin color, of racial prejudice and discrimination. Ifa is for everybody. So that is why we are advised to give respect. We give respect because everyone has that essence of Olodumare in them. Abu Raboyo.
12. There can be no discrimination. On this sacred Udu Ifa, Oshe Otodopon says this: for years the elephant had been roving. The elephant was never hit with the javelin. For months the buffalo was wandering. The buffalo had not slipped into a ditch. A person who does not appreciate the value of a fellow human being, who does not recognize the importance of another human being, a person who is not well learned, is the one who will say a woman does not amount to anything in life.
That is very deep. Deep talk there, you know. Ashe. Now, our tradition values the essence of our women folk. Our women hold the balance of Orun and Aye with them. All of us came from the womb of a woman. So that is why it is incumbent to give respect where it is due. We give respect to our mothers, our grandmothers, our women in society. Let us continue to give them respect so that their Uri would bless us. Ogbato.
13. Diversity is a hallmark of Olodumare's creation. On this Udu Ifa, Iji says this: Odidi Kirimukuyu, Awo of Ori, cast Ifa for Ori. When Ori was living in isolation, he was asked to offer sacrifice. He complied. I scheme to stay with Ori. Kere Kere, my Ori will no longer be in isolation.
Sure.
Here came to stay with Ori. Kere Kere, my Ori will no longer be in isolation. No scheme to stay with Ori. Kiri Kiri, my Ori will no longer be in isolation. Maud came to stay with Ori. Kiri Kiri, my Ori will not longer be in isolation. And when you read this, you just realize you hear they God here, the Ori, everything has a purpose. You know?
Yeah. And it's important, you know, that we understand this particular essay here that speaks about our Ori the Ori could not live in isolation. The Ori was interdependent on the other body parts to allow the Ori to live its purpose. Yeah? So that shows us as well in our society. We have to work together. We need to work together. Let us not allow ourselves to fall in the quagmire that here what? We could do everything by ourselves. Let us not allow our Ori to live in isolation like that.
So true.
Let us support each other in that which is right and in that which is in correct order. Let us not plant seeds of wickedness to our brother and sister, because whatever we sow plant, that is what be reaped. Let us give positive to receive positive.
Ashe. Ashe. You select your destiny and guardian Orisha. Udu Ifa Ogbe Obara says this.
Ashe.
We knelt down and chose our destinies. On getting to earth, we are in too much of a hurry. Destiny cannot be rechosen unless we incarnate. Declaration of Ifa to Ido. Who won? Who will paddle humans from heaven?
Ashe. Now, let us continue to access positive information. Yeah? You see this food that is being shared here? Let us continue to access it, because this is the food that will allow us to grow. Yeah? Let us access this food, the positive energy, the positive, the positive discourse, because this would allow us to grow. Abu Raboye.
We continue. Most important, divination provides a roadmap to your destiny. Sacred Udu Ifa Otoropuno Worin says on this topic, Ifa says, whenever we wake up, we should be teaching each other wisdom. We should not wake at the crack of dawn and lay a foundation of foolishness. Whatever we deliberate upon, that cannot be resolved. There is a need to consult Ikinifa.
Yeah. Remember, we were speaking it from since the inception. Our roadmap and our destiny is dependent on Ifa divination to know if we are on the right path or if we are on the wrong path. Yeah? Let us not think that we have the competence of knowledge to be greater and wiser than Olodumare. Olodumare created everything in this world. And yes, Olodumare had handed off certain responsibilities to the Irumale and the Orisha. But us human beings, we have to understand that whatever a problem, whenever there's a problem in our lives, don't think that the problem cannot be rectified. If I would tell us, hear what? Don't wear red, don't wear black, don't eat this, Don't eat that. Don't marry this one. Don't marry that one. Look for this type of person. Ifa will tell us all of that. But sometimes we go beside that and we want to do our own thing. And when we do our own thing, that is when the problems come. Let us not be disobedient. Let us heed the divine messages when it comes. Sometimes Ogun might come and warn a person. Oshun, Obatala, Shango. Because we understand our dynamics here in the diaspora. We understand how our dynamics is here. We understand that all Orishas sit with each other to deliberate on certain matters. And when that happens, they will bring forth a message. Let us listen. Let us pay keen attention and listen and follow through with all divine instructions. Ashe.
Ashe. Balance, growth and wisdom are your goals. On this sacred Udu Ifa, Idi Be says, the Awo who is small and inexperienced is the Awo of today. The Awo who is mature and capable is the Awo of tomorrow. The banana is the one that sits by the book and lives majestically. The Awo of he who knows today and tomorrow. These are the declarations of Ifa to Onilo Jopin Mo. My suffering ends today. Child of Abiminugun, when coming from heaven to earth, favorite, this is one of my favorite shaka. He was asked to offer sacrifice, complied. Now my suffering ends today. By tomorrow it will turn to convenience.
Ashe.
My suffering truly ends today. By
Ashe.
tomorrow it will turn to convenience.
Ashe. Ashe. I could understand why you said that this particular one touches you. Because it's the truth. According to Oyeku Meiji, with the rising of the sun each day, it's a new opportunity for us to access the blessings of Olodumare. It is there for us to make things right. Yeah?
Yeah.
Ifa tells us in this particular Udu that Emi, which is life, is the first child of Olodumare.
Man.
Emi, which is life. Ifa says, if life is intact, wisdom will come. If life is intact, money will come. If life is intact, wives will come. If life is intact, houses will come. If life is intact, comfort will come. And this message of Ifa from Olodumare is telling us, let us hold on to our life.
Man.
Let us not allow ourselves to cut our lives short by circumstances that may pose itself before us. When we have life, there is hope and new possibilities for tomorrow. Let us not allow ourselves to be the authors of our own calamity and destruction. And this is Ifa's messages to all of mankind through the 256 Udu Ifa
Man.
that is there for all of us to live by and for all of us to receive comfort by. Aburu, Aboye, Aboshishe.
And as we have come to the end of another beautiful night here on the Ifa Orisha Way of Life program on the Shit 919 FM, you know, myself, MC Dukala Tumishi, along with my co-host, would like to thank you folks for taking the time out to tune in, whether you're home, you're at work, you know, in your own personal space, you know, to take in the information that was passed here You know, as we heading into the rest of the week, I urge you folks to be safe, continue pouring a libation, continue calling out to the Orishas.
Ashe.
You know, don't forget your ancestors, and remember to always thank your Ori as they rise in the morning. So Shaka, any closing words and you want to leave us with something?
I just want to say, let us continue to make responsible and informed decisions in our everyday lives, because this is a world and it's not only us who inhabit here. We have brothers, we have sisters, we have neighbors. Let us live in comfort and unity with each other. Yeah? Let us stay true to the course of spirituality. So this will take us forward. May our elders be blessed. May our mothers and fathers be blessed. May our junior ones, our children, be blessed. And may we meet again next week Monday, live on the Street 919 for the Ifa Orisha, a way of life.
Yes, so I'm going to leave you all with our one of our...
We anthem?
Yeah. And next week on the Ifa Orisha Way of Life program, we'll have the president of the Emancipation Committee.
Benny.
You know, she'll be coming here to give us an update of what's happening on Emancipation Day. You know, the lead up to Emancipation Day and the parade itself, and, you know, some information for us to look forward, because, I mean, it has been 2 years since we haven't been on the road, congregate, and, you know, have a good time together as a people and as a nation. So I'm going to leave you folks with one of our favorites. You know, we play this song dearly. May she continue to rest in peace.
When I lay on the morning ground, oh, makes me
91.9 FM.
There is peace inside it. Your healer of me pain. Come, make me whole again. Oh, deep within me soul. Red, green, black, and gold. Says Oliver. Hollywood, yeah. Yeah, Hollywood, yeah. Oh, the vanity Monday, yeah. Yeah, Hollywood, yeah. So in time I learned that with talent I was
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 91.9 FM.
and let me God do the rest. Oh yes. Ever humble with open eyes. Though I stumble, still I rise. Through every lesson, yes I've learned. Helping others in return. Nation ready. Make me feel to dance, dance, dance. Put me
Ogun la 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 urele, ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
Ogun la la monde.
Ogun la 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 urele.
majuba malo, erude majuba malayo. Erude 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 majuba malo, erude majuba malayo. Majuba malo, erude majuba malayo. Majuba malo, erude majuba malayo. Erude majuba malo, erude majuba malayo. Erude majuba malo, erude. Yawa ogwani re kiloje kilomu. Ogwani re kiloje balogun. Yawa ogwani re kiloje kilomu. Ogwani re kiloje balogun. Yawa ogwani re kiloje kilomu. Ogwani re kiloje balogun. Yawa ogwani re kiloje kilomu. Ogwani re kiloje balogun.